Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tiffany, and today we are going to be continuing our Musicals in March series with the ever classic musical West Side Story. Okay, so West Side Story was released in 1961, directed by Robert Weiss and Jerome Robbins. And there were two directors on this film because at the time, executive director Walter Mirisch didn't really feel super comfortable giving Jerome Robbins a full film to direct because this was his one and only film that he ever directed. So Mirisch decided to bring on Robert Weiss to direct all of the dramatic dialogue in the film, and then Jerome Robbins was to direct all of the singing and choreography. Now, this actually proved to be a pretty good idea on Mirisch's part because Robbins was notorious for shooting multiple takes of every scene, which eventually put the project over budget and also behind schedule. So Robbins was actually fired from the project, but he still received the directing credit because all of the choreography is his. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting story behind why there are two directors. So the music in this film is by Leonard Bernstein, and the lyrics are by Stephen Sondheim, who is well known for plays such as Into the Woods and Sweeney Todd. He is a phenomenal lyricist. All right, so West Side Story stars Natalie Woods as Maria, Richard Beymer as Tony, and other notable performances by Rita Moreno as Anita, George Chakiris as Bernardo, and Russ Tamblyn as Riff. All right, a quick synopsis on the film. According to IMDb, it says two youngsters from rival New York City gangs fall in love, but tensions between their respective friends build toward tragedy. So as we know, this musical is actually a musical that was based off of Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. So that kind of gives you an idea of where the tragedy is coming from. But I wanted to give a little bit of historical background on this film, just a little bit, because I just thought this was really interesting. So Jerome Robbins originally wanted to create this story centered around a Catholic boy and a Jewish girl around the late 1940s. And that situation was to happen on the Upper East Side of New York City, which he would call East Side Story, which I thought was pretty cool. But at the time, this was really just, in the works. It wasn't a done deal. Nothing was set in motion. It was all just brainstorming and R&D. So the project was put on the back burner for about 8 years, and then it was revisited around the mid-1950s. And by that time, a lot of the issues centering around, religion and all of that really changed in New York City. So by the time that they revisited this project, the big social issues were now conflicts between white Americans and freshly immigrated Puerto Ricans on the west side of New York City. So they really wanted to keep the social issues within this project very present. So they scrapped the ill-fated love story between the Catholic boy and the Jewish girl, and they decided to create this story around gang violence, which was another big social issue during the mid-1950s in New York City. Thus, the creation of West Side Story, which was really cool. I just wanted to share that because reading that, I was like, that's really interesting. Now, some interesting facts about this film. So originally it was created for Broadway, which makes sense because it's a musical and all of the choreography, it's fitting for Broadway. And it was of the same name, obviously. So the Broadway play was wildly popular, and it actually ran for a little under 2 years, and I believe it had over 700 performances. So it was a very popular play on Broadway. So it's no surprise that the film had just as much popularity and success. So in 1961, West Side Story was the top grossing film, making $43,700,000, which in the domestic box office. So yeah, it was really widely popular. Also, it was nominated for 11 Oscars at the Academy Awards of 1962, I believe, and that included actor and actress in a supporting role, art direction, cinematography, costume design, directing, film editing, sound, music, and the big ticket win, Best Motion Picture, making it the most Oscar wins of any musical film. So yeah, this had a lot of popularity, had a lot of success, and I'm really excited to watch this. I've seen West Side Story before, but it's been a while. So I'm excited to kind of dive back into it. But before we do, y'all already know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to get your drinks, get your snacks, get cozy, and let's get into West Side Story. Whoop. Did you see that zoom in already? Oh my God, this is so, I'm freaking out. I'm sorry. This is so cool. The Jets. As notorious as Jerome Robbins was for reshooting or doing multiple takes and all that, his choreography, we have to admit, is like stellar. And the fact that they're so in sync, like, it's some stellar stuff. And just what the dancers had to go through. Like, it definitely deserved the Oscar. They definitely worked for it. Can I help you? I'd be like, what do you want? And by the way, there has not been any dialogue said at all. Like, any dialogue between two characters for the first 10 minutes of the film. This is all choreography. That is awesome. He spit on him. Here we go. So Romeo and Juliet, we all know, for those of us who have read Romeo and Juliet, and I'm sure we all have at some point in our lives, there's the huge fight scene in the beginning, and just the way that it's been depicted in other films is so unique to like the story or the way that it's being told. But it's always like just a fight. But for this, it's so expressive. And I just love the way that they choreographed. It's like fight scenes, but they're dancing. And it's just so interesting. And I know that this is like a musical, so of course it's going to be dancing and singing. But I really appreciate the way that Robbins choreographed this fight scene, because it still feels like a musical, but you also know that they're fighting. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm so mesmerized. Like, that was a fighting scene, but it was like dance fighting. Oh my God. I don't know. I just love it.
You want to kill each other? Kill each other. But you ain't gonna do it on my beat. Are there any questions?
Yes, sir. Would you mind translating that into Spanish?
So George Chakiris, I hope I'm not butchering his last name. He is actually Greek-American. He's a Greek-American actor. And him and Natalie Wood actually had to have makeup put on their face to look darker. And Rita Moreno, who actually is Puerto Rican, she also had to get makeup put on to match the skin tone of some of these lighter complected actors, you know, match the makeup skin tone. And I just thought that was like so interesting, because she's actually Puerto Rican. But the fact that they had to make her look darker to fit the others who were not like naturally darker is so fascinating to me. It's so interesting how like the industry works and how they think that someone is supposed to look a certain way, but in reality, you know, they look like normal people. I thought it was interesting.
Okay, now listen. Now, we fought hard for this turf, and we ain't just gonna give it up. Right. The Emeralds claimed it, we shut them out. The Hawks, remember, they tried to take it away, and we knocked them down the cellar.
I mean, for gang members, these guys look real tidy and clean cut. I feel like they look less like gang members and more like a group of dancers, which is exactly what they are. But they look like a group of dancers, less so gang members.
When you're a jet, all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. You're home with your own.
Ooh, did you see the upper body strength?
You're well protected.
Like I said in the last video, dancers, guys, we really need to just appreciate dancers and singers in musicals, because let me tell you what you have to go through, what these dancers had to go through in this film, all of the choreography, and then putting up with Robbins and his incessant need to retake, you know, scenes. They had to go through a lot for this film to be as beautiful as it is. And we just need to take a moment to really appreciate the work that they do, because I could not imagine. You have to keep yourself physically fit, and then you're dancing every single day, having pounds and pounds of makeup put on your face. It's just, I appreciate people who work in musicals.
We're drawing the line, so keep your noses hidden. We're hanging a sign, so visitors forbidden, and we ain't kidding.
Have any of you seen the movie A Bronx Tale? Because I feel like this is really reminiscent of A Bronx Tale with the conflict that was going on between Italians and blacks during that time. Like the conflict seems so similar, and it's just really giving me A Bronx Tale vibes.
But I'm asking you, come to the dance tonight.
What time'd you tell him?
10?
10 it is.
Womb to tomb?
First to earth, and I'll live to regret this.
Who knows? Maybe what you're waiting for will be twitching at the dance tonight.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, wow. Who knows? Maybe. Little did they know.
There's something due any day. I will know.
Okay, I see you. I see you, Tony.
It make 'em cannonballing down through the sky, gleaming its eye bright as a rose.
They're really sticking to their source material. Like I'm noticing scene for scene, like, oh, in Romeo and Juliet, this scene happens next relatively. So I really appreciate that as a lover of Shakespeare. It's really close to the story thus far. So yeah, this is really good so far.
Maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
He kind of sounds like Frank Sinatra a little bit. Also, not gonna lie, having to hold a whole song by yourself on camera must be like exhilarating, but also like terrifying. So I've just heard in the past that acting alone on camera by yourself, you know, with like the whole entire crew behind you is very nerve-wracking for some people. And I could just imagine like not only having to act, but then to sing on camera. That'd be so scary, but he's killing it so far.
I hate that dress. Well, then don't wear it and don't come to the dance with us tonight. Don't come. White is for babies. Mm-hmm. I will be the only one there in a white. Oh.
It's pretty. I thought to myself, why didn't they just cast Rita Moreno in the role of Maria? Because she's Puerto Rican, first of all. Also, she can sing, okay? If you heard her sing in some of these, although some of her parts are dubbed over, just because of the higher and lower notes. But she's a phenomenal actress. She can sing, and she's Puerto Rican. Why didn't they just cast her as Maria? I'm just wondering that. I mean, she still received the Oscar for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, but if it were up to me, if I were the casting director, I'd be like, why don't you just let her play Maria? Ooh, what a stunning red. Wow. This dance looks hoppin'. I wonder if the dancers were allowed to improv a little bit, like, for scenes, or if everything was just, like, to the T choreographed.
I want you to form two circles. Boys on the outside and girls on the inside. When the music stops, each boy dances with whichever girl is opposite.
I mean, that seems easy enough, right? I don't know why I feel nervous. I'm nervous. Yeah, okay. We're working together. You know, it's progress. Not really. Oh my god, look at all the colors. Oh my god. The color coding to make the distinction between the gangs, where the sharks are wearing lots of purples and pinks and reds, and then the Jets are wearing lots of oranges and browns. I really, really love that costuming decision. I think that was so amazing, and I can only imagine what this is about to look like when they all start dancing. It's just going to be like an explosion of color, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Oh, they changed it out. Why don't we dance like this anymore at like high school dances? Everything is all like everywhere. Like, what happened to synchronized dancing? When did that stop? We need to start that again. Woo! Do you see all that color? Dude, that was a fantastic costume idea. Fantastic. This looks like so much fun. Just to be, not even like dancing, just to be a part, like in the crowd watching. This is so much fun. Oh, wow. Look at that shot. How did they do that? Was that in like editing or was that the actual camera lens? I bet it was probably in editing. Oh my god, they see each other. This is the moment, guys. This is the moment. Oh, it's so like tender. The music. Okay, so they definitely got the star-crossed lovers, like first moment seeing each other, boom.
I knew something never before was going to happen. Had to happen, but this is so much more.
My hands are cold. Yours too. So warm.
So beautiful.
Beautiful.
I don't know about the chemistry though. I'm gonna keep watching it and see what happens. So we're gonna keep watching, but again, they're sticking to the source material, and I really appreciate that. They're not gonna kiss. They're not gonna do it. Oh my gosh.
Get your hands off, American! Stay away from my sister.
Come, Maria.
Why? I don't want to leave the party. And I think I just found the love of my life. So why am I leaving?
Maria,
I just met a girl named Maria.
And suddenly that
I love
name will never be the same to me.
This song is one of my favorite songs from this musical. I think it's so sweet. Oh, how sweet.
Say it loud and there's music playing.
The soft pink lighting, but it's just so dreamlike and rosy. And it almost depicts what he's feeling, but like this idea, this dreamy, rosy, pink idea that they can be together, even though they're from two opposing gangs. I think that the fact that they used this lighting for this specific scene where he's realizing his feelings for her was so perfect. Because now he's thinking, oh, now I can be with her, but in reality, you know, you can't.
I have nothing, only more expensive. Anita, Josefina,
No, explain Anita now. No, you leave me alone. At least I let...
I almost feel like Anita and Bernardo or Rita and George have more chemistry than Natalie and Richard. That's really like I feel like they have a lot more chemistry, and there's more, I don't know, there's something there that's more, where Natalie and Richard don't have the same chemistry. It's just, I feel like they're just two actors kind of trying to get the job done. There's no like chemistry built up.
Everything free in America.
For a smoky in America.
Wow. They are not holding back in this song, and I appreciate it so much.
I'll get the terrace apartment.
Better get rid of your accent.
I'm telling you, Stephen Sondheim, guys, like the way he writes is he's telling a story, and I feel like, yes, it's pretty and it's fun to listen to the music, but the lyrics are like very relevant in today's society. Like they're telling this depiction of this glorious America, but it might not be so glorious for everybody. You know what I mean? Even though it should be. So it's beautiful. Like the lyrics are beautiful, and then added with the singing, the dancing, the music. This is a really well done song, and just seen in.
Life is alright in America. If you're all white in America.
Whoa! This is. Oh my god! This is a good song.
Everyone there will give big cheer.
Everyone there will have moved here.
Ooh. This musical really reminds me of Hamilton. It conveys a topic that's very, powerful in our society, and it's telling it in a way that's palatable for people who might not have that interest. Like, for instance, I had no interest in learning about Alexander Hamilton until I saw the play Hamilton. And then I was like, I need to know everything there is about Alexander Hamilton and what was going on around that time. And I feel like West Side Story does the same thing, where like my interest isn't in like social and political issues of the 1950s. And yet now after I'm watching this, I'm like, I want to know more about what was going on during that time so I can understand, the context of what they're talking about. I just think that when a musical can do that, I feel like it's fulfilled its purpose. It's given us something to chew on, but then also it has these amazingly choreographed dance numbers and wonderful songs. And I just think that I can understand why this musical was so popular and why a lot of people liked it, because there's purpose behind the story. There's purpose. There's a reason why they're telling the story. And I really appreciate that.
Will you?
You have your big, important war council, the council, or me.
First one,
Oh my God, I love this shot.
then the other.
Look at their chemistry, guys. Come on. You can't beat that. And then the silhouette shot, like, I'm living for this musical.
Come down.
No,
Maria.
please. My mother and father will wake up.
Just for a minute.
A minute is not enough.
For an hour, then.
Oh my gosh, the famous balcony scene from every single Romeo and Juliet rendition. The one thing you have to have, if you're going to do Romeo and Juliet, the one thing that you have to make sure is on point is that balcony scene. Because if it's not, what are you even trying to do?
All day I had the feeling a miracle would happen. I know now I was right.
I love how it's a fire escape. So fitting for this story. That's another thing that I really like in specifically Romeo and Juliet inspired stories, is how they utilize a lot of the original scenes, but they make it their own for the story. And you see that in Romeo plus Juliet in 1996. You see that in the Romeo and Juliet for the 1960s, and then West Side Story. Also, if you've ever seen Romeo and Juliet, the animated one, they even made those scenes unique to that movie.
For here you are, and what was just a world is a star tonight.
I would have loved to see this live. This would have been so exhilarating, so well choreographed. Like, this would have been amazing to see live. I can only imagine. If anyone out there is watching this and have actually seen the live version of West Side Story, please let me know, because I would love to know how you felt watching it, or like what was going through your mind. What were you feeling in that moment? This would be so cool to watch live.
I cannot stay. Go quickly.
I'm not afraid.
Please.
I love the color palette that they used in this movie. Another thing that I really love is the editing. And I think they actually won the Oscar for editing. Yeah, I remember reading it. I would have loved to sit in the room where they were editing this. It's so interesting to see the different transitions and the different things that they're doing with it to make it more, like, to draw the audience in. I really appreciate the editing in this, for sure.
Buenas noches.
I think that it's just so crucial as a director to cultivate that chemistry between the two main love interests. Like, for me, it's a little bit killing it, because I'm like, you guys aren't like, I don't feel the love. I feel like okay, this is what's in the script, so I'm going to read what's in the script and make it look as believable as possible. But there's no real chemistry there.
And don't let me catch none of you around here when I get back.
See you around now, huh?
And don't let me catch none of you around here when I get back.
Here, kindly, Sergeant Krupke, you gotta understand, it's just our bringing upkeep that gets us out of hand.
I just love how these lyrics are dealing with such serious issues in society, and you get that, but you also get it in a way that you can kind of understand it, or it's more palatable for audiences who are watching. So they still get something out of the song, but at the same time they get to listen to a catchy tune.
Yes, Officer Krupke, he shouldn't be here. This boy don't need a couch, he needs a useful career. Society's played him a terrible trick. And sociologically, he's sick.
Why is it that whenever someone imitates like a like a psychologist. They always have like a German accent. I wonder why that is.
Officer Grumpy, what are we to do? Chief Officer Grumpy, Grump you!
So in this scene, I read that Stephen Sondheim wanted to use more colorful words instead of crump you. I think we can kind of pick and choose which words they are. But unfortunately, they said that because if they were to include swear words of any sort, it couldn't be shown in other areas. So that's why Sondheim decided to just go with less colorful words. Ooh, it's Bernardo. Bernardo and the Sharks.
We challenge you to a rumble. All out once and for all, except we accept.
Oh no, that can only be bad. What is all the fighting for? Why do we have to fight? For turf? What if people get hurt? My gosh. I love how they just change real quick.
Hey, banana baby, would you like a cigarette? No, thank you.
They just quick turnaround. Love it.
So what if they do turn this whole town into a stinking pigsty? Hey, don't stop him. He wants to get home right if you let us to San Juan. Tell him how he's got it made over here.
Why are you acting like that? Aren't you supposed to be a member of the law? Why is he being like that?
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who's in me today.
It's cute, but I also feel really sad, like, at the naivety of both Maria and Tony. Like, yes, the feeling of first love is, like, the most amazing feeling in the world, but at the same time, they're falling in love in the midst of all of this hate and anger and violence, and you want love to prevail, but, I mean, we all know the ending of Romeo and Juliet, so we know that something tragic is going to happen. It just makes me feel so sad, because I'm like, they're so in love, and it's so cute, and it's just going to crash and burn, and I'm not ready for that.
You will not tell? Tell what? How can I know what goes on 12 feet over my head?
It's all right. She likes us.
I wouldn't go as far as to say she likes you. I think she's tolerant of you.
Are you going to that rumble tonight?
No.
You must go and stop it.
It means that much to you?
Yes.
All right, I will then.
You know what? I do appreciate the naive idea that everything's just going to work out. I do appreciate that. I think that it's really sweet to have that amidst all of the hatred and violence. The reality is setting in that they could possibly get married. Oh, this song is pretty. Oh, so sad. Guys, I forgot to say, so there's going to be a remake of this film, of this musical, in this year, directed by Steven Spielberg, which I'm really excited to see. Can you imagine? Like, I don't know if it's going to be like a live television, like, you know how sometimes they do that, or if it's going to be like an actual like movie that comes out in theaters. But I'm low-key kind of hyped for it because this musical is really good. Also, like I said, a lot of the social issues are very present right now. So I don't know. I'm excited to see it. Also, Steven Spielberg, where did that come from, right? Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with the remake.
We're gonna rock it tonight. We're gonna jazz it up and have us a ball. They're gonna get it tonight. The more they turn it on, the harder they fall.
This reminds me of the song from Pocahontas, the one where they're all marching because John Smith is about to be executed, and they're all marching to the place where he's executed. This is what that reminds me. This song reminds me of that song. Oh no! It's no longer a fair fight. Oh my god! Why did they bring knives? I thought this was a fair fight. And still somehow they've incorporated dancing into this fight thing! Oh my god! Put the knife down. Walk away. No, don't get all handsy with the knife. Put it down. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. Okay, but love the choreography in this, not gonna lie. Why did you do that, Bernardo? Literally.
Bernardo, corre.
No, Tony, no, Tony! Oh my God. What am I witnessing? This is where violence gets us, guys. People die. Oh my God. Oh my God, he killed Bernardo. Get up and run! What is he doing?
Come on!
Oh, hurry! Oh, did you see that? That flip, though. Bernardo and Riff. 2 in 1. Oh my goodness. Well, that's that for the dreamy love story.
There was a fight, and Nardo and someone,
Tony, what happened to Tony?
He killed your brother!
I literally have, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I literally have goosebumps.
Le suplico. No puede ser. Make it not be. Kill her!
Yeah, I would have reacted the same way. Definitely warranted. How do you explain that to the person that you love? Like, hey, I got into a bit of a brawl and killed your brother.
We'll find a new way of living.
Oh. They're sticking so well to the source material, and I love it so much. Like, a lot of the scenes that you'd see in a Romeo and Juliet inspired project is everything that you're seeing in this. Like, they're sticking so well to their source material, and I love that. I love that they are doing that.
They started. So why don't we finish it? Cool it out. We gotta show who's on top. The Jets. Let's do it now. Come on.
We had enough. Who are you calling scared?
Lay off of him.
On your own business. Don't sign up for me. I'll hit you in your
Do
stupid...
what?
Hey, Lynn, knock it off!
This actor right here, I don't know his name, but the one with the jet black hair, he is doing such a fantastic job. Like, his character is very edgy, but he still blends in really well with the musical aspect of it, the dancing and singing. He blends in really well, and I wish that more of the actors had more of that edginess, because it feels like he is a gang member, but he's also in a musical. Like, it just feels he's just doing such a good job. Ooh, I like this song.
He does it. Just play it cool, boy. Real cool.
Yeah, just play it cool. Just play it cool, guys. You know what? I bet that sweat that's just glistening off of all of these gang members it's probably real sweat, because the blood, sweat, and tears they put into these choreographed scenes is absolutely insane. Bet that's real sweat. What they can do with their bodies is so amazing. There's something to be said about singing and acting. Those are both very hard to do in their own rights. But there's something about dancing, and to be able to convey a story through dance, that's just a different level of talent, in my opinion. It takes a special person to be able to really tell a story with their body. And I wish that I had the talent of dance, but I don't. I really don't.
Turn off the juice boy. Just play it cool, boy. Real cool.
We're all cool. We're all chilling. We just had a nice little dance number. Let's all just chill out. It's cool. We're cool. Oh, I feel like they're all looking at me. Pow. They're all looking at me. Okay, I see the new leader of the Jets. I see you, boo-boo. Okay.
There? Maria? Yes. Open the door. I need you.
Okay. I see some of that chemistry. I see you.
There.
She's like, you're in there with Tony. I know it.
Maria. Coming, Anita.
Okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of the chemistry building up a little bit more in this scene. I see it now.
A boy like that would kill your brother. Forget that boy and find another.
I love him, we're one.
She's making her understand that, you know, even though the person that I love is not part of my tribe, I still love this person. And Anita is really starting to see, like, I understand, because Anita has loved before, so she understands that. Wow. Such a beautiful song.
Anita, my headache is much worse. Will you go to Doc's store for me? What shall I ask for? Doc will know.
Oh my gosh, what are they doing? She's just trying to help you.
Stop it!
What were they about to do? Oh my gosh. Poor baby. And she's just there trying to freaking help.
You tell him that Gino found out about them and shot her.
Well, that's a lie.
She's dead.
Should she have lied? No. But I'm not mad at her for it because she was only trying to help Maria and Tony. So I'm not mad at her for doing what she did. Also, this is about to be really bad for everyone. But wow, that was intense.
Maria?
Oh my god, and the news is going to travel to Tony, and Tony's going to try and do something crazy, and we all know how the story goes.
Chino found out about you and Maria, and he killed her.
Oh my god, that's so not true. Oh my god, this unnecessary grief. For what? I have goosebumps. No, not doing that! He's running away!
Gino! Gino!
He's gonna get himself killed. Oh my god. Tony! What are you doing? There he is. Is that Chino? Oh, it's Maria.
Tony!
Chino's about to blow him to shreds. Oh my god, you made a mistake! No! No, it's Chino!
Maria!
Chino, don't! No! Oh. Oh my god. Chino just freaking shot him! Right in front of Maria! How much more are we gonna lose in this movie?
I didn't believe hard enough.
Loving is enough.
Oh my god.
Let us be.
Then we'll get away.
By the way, if that were real, that bullet would have gone through both of them. But we'll just pretend like it just went through Tony.
We can.
Yes.
We will.
Yes.
No, you're dying. You're dying.
Hold my hand and we're halfway there.
Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god. He's dead.
How many bullets are left, Chino? Enough for you? And you? All of you! You all killed him! And my brother! And Rick with hate! Oh, no.
I have goosebumps. Like, literally. Oh, they're all helping each other. Not the best circumstances, but at least there's no more fighting. You know what? That was really good. Watching it again, especially under, you know, in 2021 when there's all these issues that are very similar to the issues that are going on in this film, I think it still holds up very well in time. And the fact that they stuck to their source material, except for at the end when our Juliet or Maria is alive, but I feel like that's even worse because, you know, death, it's kind of like a way out, but she has to live with the fact that the love of her life is now dead. I think that's even worse. Like living through that is worse than dying with him, you know? So I think that was a nice twist at the end, but they stuck so well to their source material. I still felt like I was watching a Romeo and Juliet story, so I really appreciated that. The choreography, Jerome Robbins has such a gift for choreographing, you know, dance numbers and directing these actors. Now, mind you, his methods are a little extreme, but the product is stunning. So I really appreciated that. The lyrics told such a beautiful story. Like, we actually got a story through the music, which I feel like if you contrast that with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I feel like the lyrics in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang were a little bit more for, you know, kids, and you didn't really need like a story being told in those lyrics. But in West Side Story, you get a full picture. You take something away from the music. It's something that teaches you about something. And the fact that they got Stephen Sondheim to write the lyrics, and then Leonard Bernstein to write the music, like, that was a beautiful, beautiful coupling. So the only thing that I wish would have been more developed is the chemistry between Maria and Tony. I wish that there was more of a chemistry built up in the beginning, but I did start to see it once we got to the scene right after Tony kills Bernardo. That's where I start to see more of that chemistry, and I start to feel their story more. So they picked it up at the end, so I appreciate that. So I think I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. I can definitely see why this musical had so much popularity in both the play version and the film version. It was really well done, and I think it definitely still holds up in time. So yeah, that was really good. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. If you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone. So next Wednesday, I have a special treat for all of you. All this color has me quite nostalgic for the old black and white films. So we are going to be going back to the simpler times when everyone was shining in sterling silver. So get ready, because next Wednesday, we are going to be watching Top Hat. And I'm so excited to watch Top Hat. Shout out to all of you who recommended it. I don't think I've seen a musical prior to Singing in the Rain. Like, that's the first, I think that's the earliest musical that I've seen. So I'm really interested to see, you know, what musicals looked like in the 1930s, what music they were dancing to and singing to, and their musical numbers. Like, I'm so interested to see what a musical was in the 1930s. So I'm so excited for that. I encourage all of you to go out and watch the movie. I think I got it from archive.org. If not, then it's on YouTube, but go watch the movie, see what you like about it, and then come back. We're gonna talk about it, come with your movie facts and your insights. And I genuinely just wanna know, like, what you all think about how they created this musical in the 1930s. I'm really interested to know. I'm so excited. But until then, this has been so much fun. Thank you to all of you who watch the videos, to all of you who comment, and all of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. I love doing this with all of you. Please stay safe and healthy out there, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, everybody.